Okay, happy Monday. We are going to finish up our last chapter today, and then we're going to do a few more days of just some review. But today I want you to look at page 341. This is your chapter 14 review, and this is what I want you to spend some time working on today. So, what do you remember? So, first, 1 through 4, you're going to label these either prisms or pyramids. And then 5 through 10, you're matching the figure to its net. So what does it look like when it's flat? Remember my example of that? This was a cylinder, and then it was cut open, and this is the flat net of the cylinder. Okay, so you're going to match those, and they tell you exactly your choices up here in the purple box. Then below 11 and 12, you are finding perimeter and area. Remember, perimeter is all the way around, so you have to add each side. 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. Area, remember, is length times width. So area is actually multiplied. So let me put your reminder here. So for perimeter, well, let's not have such big... Okay, so for perimeter, we are going to add all the sides, and you have to have 4 numbers there. So make sure they give you 2 sides, but the opposite side is the same. And then for area, you are going to multiply length times width, right? So 4 times 6 would be the area for 12. Okay, now let's look at the back. So the back has volume. Now remember, so volume, we are going to multiply all of the dimensions that they give you. So it's length times width times height. So it's 8 times 6 times 4, 24 times 16 times 12. You're doing this times this times this, all times, no adding. Okay, so some of these numbers are bigger. You're going to have to write them down and do the actual work, okay? And then 16 is the surface area. So for A and B, you are going to multiply the length and width of the orange part, so the B and the A. So it's this, which would be 5, and the length, which would be 8. So you're going to start here with 5 times 8, and remember, you're going to do that twice. And then for C and D, you have this side, which is long 8 and tall 3. So 8 times 3, and you're going to do that twice. And then the flaps on the side would be 5, 3. 5 times 3, and then you're going to do that twice. And then you're going to add all of the products that you got there. Okay, 4 word problems, and then this will finish up this review. Carson needs to put a fence around a field that is 800 yards long and 650 yards wide. How much fencing does he need? So fence, remember, what are we going to find for that? We need to find the perimeter. So that means that we need to add all of the sides. So if he's got 800 yards long, that means that he has 2 800s, and 650 wide, that means he's going to have 2 650s. So we need to add all of that to find out his perimeter. 18. Eliza will wrap a present that is in a box. The box is 3.5 feet long, 1.5 feet wide, and 3 feet high. How much wrapping paper will cover the box? Okay, so this is surface area. This is surface area. So let's go down here and draw a picture. Because we want to be able to label so we know what we need to Now, what do we have? 3 feet long, so that would be here. Well, it was 3.5, right? 3.5 feet long, 1.5 feet, that would be here, 1.5. And then high is 3 feet. Okay, so we need to do every section. So that would mean we would need, so for this one here, we would need 3.5 times 3, and we need that twice. 3.5 times 3. Then we need these sides, which would be 1.5 times 3, and that again, 1.5 times 3. And then we need the tops and the bottoms. So it would be 3.5 by 1.5. 3.5 times 1.5, and we need that twice. 3.5 times 1.5. Okay, so you figure out all those, you multiply them, you add them all up, and that gives you the answer for how much paper will cover the box. Margot has a box that is 19 inches long, 13 inches wide, and 10 inches high. Simon's box is 18 inches long, 15 inches wide, and 10 inches high. Whose box has the greater volume? Now, look, I think there's a way we can do this without even solving it. So, if it's 19 and 13 and 10, this one is 10. They have this in common. The 10 is in common. This side is bigger by 1, but the width is bigger by 2, and that's going to make more of a difference when you multiply. So Simon's box is going to be bigger. Okay. What is the difference in volume between, this means we have to work it out. You know what? My gift to you, because this is the last week of school, we are not going to do that one. We're going to say Simon's is bigger, and we did a big problem here for figuring out surface area, so we're not going to do another one here. You know how to do it, and I'm confident you do. So my gift to you, you do not have to do number 20. Thank you, Miss Barnett. You're welcome, class. Okay, now there are enough problems for everyone to answer one. If your number is 1, Nate, you're going to answer 1. If your number is 3, Leah, you're going to answer 3. So tell me the answer below. You are still responsible for doing this entire review sheet, but you can check back and look at other people's answers if you want to see what they put and see if it's right. Again, I would always double check and make sure you know how to do this. So make sure you're not just make sure you're checking what you know, okay? But give me the answer that goes along with your number, and have a wonderful day.